This 233 acres comprises a genuine, certified organic farm for 35 years running, and it's one of the few places you will find on the real estate market that meets those unique requirements right now. This is a prime setup to make your business home, just 5 miles south of the Kentucky state line in the gentle Red River Valley of Robertson County. We're going to mix in some words from an interview given to the late owner, Alfred Ferris, and his spouse, Carney. Here's Alfred talking about the land in this part of the state.
We looked for farmland from the foot of Mount Eagle Mountain up to this area and got soil maps from USDA, and we're looking for what's classified as Class 1 or Class 2 soils. These are deep soils that are capable of tremendous agricultural production. Like from the southern part of the county down into Davidson County, there's some good farmland. But from the ridge on north into Simpson County, Thurston County, Kentucky, man, that is some of the prime farmland in the whole world.
Vastly improving the organic matter in the soil on this farm has been the mission since 1986.
You plant this cover crop, and then you have to learn how to terminate it with something besides chemicals. And in this case, we're terminating it by rolling it down at a certain point in that plant's life when it'll die. That was done on land that had been grazed for 3 years, grass, cattle, and chickens. So they were not only fertilizing it, but eating weeds. We would use a bush hog to try to really get the weeds at a manageable level, the seed bank of the wheat.
The ground is rotationally managed with grain, cover crops, and livestock. They've grown white and yellow corn, soybeans, wheat, and specialty grains like spelt, buckwheat, and barley. And never since 1986 has it seen a drop of synthetic herbicides or chemical pesticides. The land itself is essentially completely open. The main body of the farm is one contiguous field, just over 200 acres. And the balance lays in a 26-acre pasture, and it's divided by a nice paved road, and it gains you access to 4 of 9 total grain bins present on the farm, as well as a big livestock barn. There's also 6 miles of underground water lines on this place and 2 livestock wells. The property is entirely fenced around its 4-mile combined perimeter, shared with 3,000 trees that have been planted for windbreaks, and they have been distributed over 1.5 miles of fence line. At the western end of the farm, you'll find the Center for Farm Operations. The main farmhouse is the first thing you see. It's 3 bedrooms with 2 baths. Other living arrangements can be found in a full 2-bedroom apartment built into one of the barns nearby, and a bunk room with a full bathroom in the main shop where every bit of their vehicle and equipment maintenance takes place. Overlapping the front of the shop, there is a custom array of equipment for cleaning and processing seed and mixing grain for livestock. This is a very important asset to this farm.
And so we said, wouldn't it be great if we could just get to a point where we never had to ship another tractor trailer load of corn or soybeans or whatever. But eventually we saw the beauty of the local food movement. Probably around 75% of our sales now is just local to small farmers. And then some of it we actually process it through animals on this farm. Some of the grain mixes we prepare for swine, some are for layers of poultry, some are for
broilers,
raising,
and
some are for goats and cattle.
On top of this mixing facility, they've installed solar panels for sustainable electricity. They've also implemented solar on the barn apartment, at another small barn at the far end of the farm, and on their well pump, with a total energy generating capacity of 30 kilowatts. All 233 acres of this farm are in a conservation easement managed by the Land Trust for Tennessee, and it protects the land from non-agricultural development in the future. The conservation easement envelope allows for additional agricultural buildings and residences in designated areas of the farm. This hasn't been typical industrial farmland for 35 years. Now it's rare. It's exceptional farmland that has the ability to grow healthy food from healthy soil. Anything you grow here is certified organic, and the next owner inherits an established, highly functional infrastructure from which to set up a commercial organic farming operation.